These cuts I have, oh, they need love to help them heal. Today's featured video is Elton John, Don't Let the Sun Go Down on Me. I picked it today because it's Veterans Day. We have let the sun go down on so many. If it hadn't have been for our Vietnam veterans, no one would know much about post-traumatic stress disorder. They came back from combat and they fought. They fought for all the research and the funding, and they fought for the compensation for all the generations that came before them and all the ones they knew would come after them. They had no way of knowing. They would fight for all Americans. People all over the world benefited from the fights that they were willing to wage against denial. And they succeeded. But we let the sun go down on far too many. We don't give them credit. When we go see a mental health professional, a trauma specialist, when we suffer in a traumatic event, and we go to crisis teams, when people show up to help us from what we survived, we don't think about that. So today there's a couple of videos. I did one several years ago, and it's called Honor Them. Now, I try to stay away from quoting the Bible too much, but there's a passage and it says, "Greater love hath no man than to lay down his life for the sake of his friends." That's what our veterans were willing to do, not just for their family and friends, not just for the one that served next to them, but for every member of the military. Every veteran had a role to play, whether they got deployed or not. There are truck drivers who drove trucks in combat zones. And then you have all the ones that worked in the medical units, the helicopter pilots who flew the wounded to get the care they needed. The list goes on and on and on about the ones that we just don't honor enough. So from PTSD Patrol to all of our veterans, thank you. Thank you not just for your service, but thank you for what you did for the entire world on post-traumatic stress disorder. My husband is a Vietnam veteran. His nephew was a Vietnam veteran. My husband's father and his uncles were World War II veterans. My dad was a Korean veteran. My uncles were World War II veterans. And both of us are only second-generation Americans because this country is worth fighting for. So to all those who stepped up and retained the freedom that we all enjoy, thank you. Remember, everybody, it's your life. Get in and drive. See you next time.